Well, nice easy intro for us today. No waiting about, no introducing you in there. How are you, Aaron?
Not too bad, mate. All good. Uh,
Good,
Not a whole
good.
pile. Just watching a few live games over the weekend there, and ready to get into the discussion. There's
Do
lots
you
to
know?
talk about.
Here, you know what? You're right. Just to kind of recap on the game there, but my missus is away there for 2 weeks, and I've got a couple of days off work. And I never thought I'd say this, but I have bored myself watching football. All I've done is watch football. Watched American football last night. Fair play to the 49ers, just short. Do you know what's funny? See the game last night, the owners of Leeds, the game ended 1919 before winning the overtime. That's the year Leeds were
Oh,
created,
flip.
1919.
Didn't actually know that
I
there,
know.
so I didn't. So
You
fair
didn't know
play.
Leeds were 1919?
No, I knew we were founded in 1919. What I'm trying to say is I didn't know the actual score. I wasn't really watching
Oh
it.
yeah, at full time it was 1919. They lost it by 3 points, but there you go. Anyway, that's the extent of the Super Bowl we're going to talk about. We'll move on to basically the Leeds. So this one's more of a review about the Leeds game in Rotherham. Have a quick chat about it. We're going to move on to basically our thoughts then on the big game tomorrow, and then we'll just dive into the weekend games. We've obviously got Southampton. They're having a couple of hard, tricky, sticky games. We'll have Ipswich, who are, I would say, falling off a cliff, but I think the cliff's falling on top of them at the minute. What is it, like a million draws in a row or something? They're just, I don't know. Anyway, we'll get into it. We'll get into it. Aaron, what we're going to do, obviously, this one here is about the Rotherham. I put a wee tag down here at the bottom. Were we that good, or were Rotherham that bad?
I think it's a mixture of both. I think Rotherham are a poor team, especially away from home. You know,
Hmm.
it's over a year since the last one away from home.
I
So
actually didn't know that. I thought it was more
yeah,
this
uh,
season.
four
Are you talking about over a
four
year, as
hundred odd
in
days.
2023, or the last month or so?
Well, it's 400 odd days. So I mean, 300. Work it out yourself. Do the maths.
Zero. That's a
But
long time. That is over a year.
it's
Jeez,
a very
that's a
long time
record to have, isn't it?
away from home. But you know, uh, I just think we sort of missed too many chances as well. In terms of the conversion rate. We seem to create a
Yeah.
lot. There's a lot of hot smoke, but no fire. Sometimes. You know,
That's exactly what I want to
sometimes
talk to
we're
you. That's what it says there. If we could finish literally 50% more of our chances, right? I've said this in a
yeah,
couple of other podcasts as well. If we could finish 50% more in any of our chances, how big of a difference would that make in the whole grand scheme of things? Because we're
massively.
looking at these massive. Like, I looked at that game. How many times have you watched Leeds this season and went to halftime where we're 1-0 up, 2-0 and went, how are we not 7 or 8? How are we not 5 or 6? How are we not so far?
Yeah. I will. The likes of the shots on target per game. Southampton 6, Leicester 5.4, Leeds 5.4. You know,
Is that the
it's
average
just a
stats per
case of,
game?
yeah, shots on target per game. 5.4. You know,
We are
the
like, don't
likes
get
of
me wrong, we are scoring goals. Like, we really are. Like, there was at the start of the year, everybody was doing the freak thing, 3-1, 3-1, 3-1, or 3-0, 3-0, 3-0. And
yeah.
we're scoring three, and then even there, we scored three, but I don't know if it's us just being greedy as fans, or
Mm.
does it look like we should be scoring more? Like, I seen Somerville, right? We're gonna have a wee chat about him and obviously Nanto, but Somerville
Yeah,
had a lot of chances yesterday. Obviously, he scored two cracking goals. He had a lot more chances, and
yeah,
Nanto tapped one just over the bar. How he missed that, I don't know. So there's 2, 3 goals straight away before the even half. And you have to realize as well,
yeah,
one of them is a penalty. So on open
mhm,
play, that's 2 goals out of how many chances we should have had. It
yeah.
it baffles me.
Well, I mean,
Regarding yesterday,
if you look at the
go
top,
ahead.
the top scorers, Somerville 14 goals. James and Perro on double figures as well for goals. If you look at that there, uh, 20, on 10, they're both on 10,
Yeah.
10 goals.
Yeah, but how much would
I mean,
Somerville? He would be top scorer if he score half of those. Well, score half of those chances. Again, this is me nitpicking. Keep doing what you're doing, Leeds. Absolutely, don't give up. That score is bloody. Just keep doing what you're doing. I think it's more me being greedy, going, why are you not scoring more? I want to talk
well,
about.
if
There
you
was a
look,
game. Go ahead, Aaron.
if you look at the goals per match as well, Leicester 2.1, Southampton 2, Leeds 1.8 goals per game.
Say that again.
I'm saying goals per game. Leicester 2.1, Southampton 2, Leeds 1.8. So we're just under 2 goals a
That's
game.
the average per game, then, yeah.
Yeah.
So they're taking their chances, and we're having to create twice as much chances to get those goals. So we're doing twice as much work.
It seems like we're doing everything right until we get the goal.
I
And
want
then
to
it's
point this
one
out.
extra pass
The game a couple of weeks back when Meslier got in trouble for the goal, right? I'm a goalkeeper, or was a goalkeeper, or still am, or I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Injuries are too old. But I'm obviously going to defend the keeper. He made one mistake, and it's even questionable was it his mistake or not. Now, I always have the rule of thumb is if it gets to the keeper, there's a mistake somewhere else. Why has it got to him? Right?
Yeah.
You look at the stats of Somerville, Nanto, all these misses. Nobody's nitpicking these attempts or going, "Oh, Somerville, he's not horrible. He's doing what he has to do." But why is Meslier getting dogs abuse for one mistake when these boys up front are literally wasting half of the chances that are being created?
Well, one thing I will say about this year is Meslier seems a lot more confident, coming for crosses, saves. Whereas last year, I think towards the end, his confidence was sort of shot to pieces. So it was, I
See
think
that?
once
Can you
one
really
mistake
compare
happened, it
last
just
year to
was
this
like
year?
a domino
Yeah, but can you compare last
effect.
year to this year? Every single player in that squad last year was garbage. It was bad management from top to toe.
Yeah.
You have to remember, we had Jesse March and Sam Allardyce. I
Yeah.
mean, what do you expect? I think the whole team was garbage. I'm never going to judge even Pascal Strike, whatever how you pronounce it. I'd say he's one of our best defenders. But compared to last year he was terrible. He was in the bin. His confidence was shattered. He was playing left back. He couldn't get in the pitch. When he finally did get a centre back, he was getting ripped apart. You can't compare last year to this year. Definitely not. But I do believe, you're right. Meslier is 100% better player. 100%. His confidence there. People give him dogs abuse for not grabbing the ball in corners. Punch it. Get rid of it. If in doubt, get it out. I love that.
Yeah.
The
only real mistake I can criticize him for this year is the game against pressing. When he put his hand in your man's face. That's the only mistake I think really he's done wrong.
That was stupid. I'm not gonna lie to you. And then we get Darlow in, and he decides to get injured. And I was just thinking to myself, no, just don't do a Leeds thing on me. Just the most laziest thing in the world. All keepers just go AWOL. I do want to make a stat, and I will get a stat up here on the screen. I want to talk about Kamara for a second. I know a lot of people do talk about Kamara. He's like this. He's so you don't realize he's there. You don't realize he's there until you pinpoint this, because everybody's now expecting Guru to be outshone, and everybody's talking about Guru, and then when Ampadu comes back in, they're all talking about Ampadu being amazing, and then Archie Gray. Now we've got Roberts. Archie Gray's now in a centre midfield, but nobody sets back and goes, "What's wrong with Kamara? He's done nothing wrong." I want to bring up a stat here, right? He got 100% accuracy yesterday. In the game, not yesterday, and Sunday in the game. Sunday, for God's sake, I don't even know what day of the week it is. That's the missus away. I'm just loving life. Saturday, for God's sake, on Saturday, he got 100% pass accuracy. He didn't put a foot wrong, and he's the lowest rated player in our team. Now, when I say the lowest rated player, he's on the equivalent of the subs who got 10 minutes. 15 minutes, 22 minutes. There's one there, 6 minutes. Right there, 6 minutes. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, he's literally on the same level as a guy who came on and got 10 minutes. 44 passes, and they weren't all forward. And he does the dirty work. He does the dirty work. And and he's getting ripped apart for it.
Unbelievable.
How do you give him the lowest rating for those stats?
Absolutely unbelievable. I'm
How
struggling to
how
find
are
out
you
myself.
getting? I don't get it. Here, listen, on Firpo, what's your thoughts on him now? He's starting to stay fit. Still scared to say it, but he's fit. Did you ever
Cross
say
your
Firpo
fingers.
was a bad player?
Well,
Yeah, well,
do you know
I'm
what?
opposed, but would you ever say Firpo was a bad player, or was it just we haven't seen enough of him because he's constantly injured?
I just think he's almost like, I know I hate to compare him to, obviously, the likes of Trent at Liverpool, but
Don't
the
know.
likes of Trent at Liverpool going forward, he's brilliant. Firpo's the same going forward. See defensive side, just what I mean. He goes for a wonder.
But he's
He's
not.
halfway up the
But
pitch.
he's not.
You know, but that's just my
But is he
opinion.
is he going
I
for a
think his
wonder? Is he
defensive
told to go
side.
for a wonder?
Well, I don't actually know, but as I said, I'm not slating him
I
off. I
get
think he's
that.
been
I get the
brilliant
concept
attacking
behind it,
wise.
but I was
I'm
watching him.
I'm saying
He's
the
He's been
defensive
fantastic
side.
defensively.
That's
I think
that's
he's
all
not
I'm
getting
saying.
enough credit either because he's not got this here wee trademark where he puts his hand behind his back and sticks up that big
Mhm.
foot and always seems to get it. Like even when
I
you and
just
me
think
were over the Leeds
attacking,
game, he just stuck that foot up 3 or 4 times for the crosses and went out for corners and stuff.
yeah, attacking, attacking.
I
He's
don't know.
brilliant. Going forward, he's
Maybe
he's
I'm
brilliant.
just
But
being
I'm still not 100%, convinced
yeah.
defensive side. But who knows? As obviously as the season goes on, he gets more and more confident. He stays injury free. Cross your fingers. you know, you know what I
Mhm.
mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
He'll improve. But so far so good.
Right. Yeah, and then we'll talk about yesterday's game. Obviously, be where we're saying there, it's a bit of both. Your thoughts is a bit of both. I personally think Leeds just outclassed them. Rotherham are not in the they're not in the same level as Leeds. That's no disrespect to Rotherham or Rotherham fans. It's just the quality and difference is there. You know,
Well,
I
it
think
seems
with
now.
Crawford being go ahead.
It seems now we're just turning up and expecting, to win, roll these teams over. We're at a point now where, what is it, six wins from, the 1st of January. Six
Yeah,
wins in a row. 18 points out of 18. It just seems now we're just turning up and we're expected to win every single week.
do you get worried now though?
It's not.
Like
I'm more
last
confident
season,
now
right?
than.
Even the start of the season, we'll take the start of the season. Obviously, Daniel Farka was coming in saying, give us 8 weeks, and the owners were banning the players. But even at that, while they were gelling, I was still getting into matches going, oh no, please don't do this to me. Are we going to win? Now, like Rotherham at the weekend, I
Yeah.
was
Oh,
looking
it
forward to
was
the
a home
goal.
banker.
Yeah. And they scored, or Bamford scored. By the way, handball, we'll talk about that. But I went,
Was
yay,
it?
I expected that. It's not like it's a surprise. It takes the kind of oomph out of it as a fan,
Yeah.
where when you scored a goal when you're crap, it's 10 times amplified. You're like, yeah, and you're
Yeah.
screaming like mad. But against Rotherham, he scores a goal, and you're like, I was expecting that.
I just it's the only thing that worries me really, and I think we've got out of that whole rut that we're in. We're turning up away, and the teams that were beating us shouldn't have been beating us. I think now we're starting to, when we go away
The
from home
reverse
now, we're a wee
fixture
bit more
against Rotherham,
confident.
like the
So we
reverse
are.
fiction. Yeah, like the Stoke,
But
Rotherham, the reverse fiction,
yeah,
Rotherham, the Cardiff game as well
that
was
Stoke
another
game,
one.
I don't know how we lost that.
I don't.
You
It was
know,
too many changes at once. I think he lost his head, or I don't know. He was drinking too much
Hull as
Diet Coke.
well away. That's an R one. Whereas now I
The
think we're
whole
more
one,
confident
yeah, the whole
going
one. It was a
away.
bit of a. I wasn't. It was either way, but those other ones like Cardiff, we should be destroying. Birmingham, we should be destroying. Rotherham, we
We
should have been
beat
beating
we,
them. It's
we
like
beat Cardiff away. We beat them away. So we did.
it's Birmingham. I'm thinking of them. Why am I thinking Cardiff?
Yeah, Birmingham was right at the start of the season. We lost
No,
one
the
0
first game of the season was against Cardiff. We drew 2 each. Was it not?
Yeah, but I'm talking about the away game. The away games.
Yeah, I know that. No, I was
Aye.
just talking
Yeah.
generally the games that we
Aye.
wanted to get points out of. I mean, we should have been getting
Yeah.
points out of Cardiff
Aye.
and stuff like that.
Sheffield
But
Wednesday at home as well.
oh,
There's
jeez.
another one.
Again, this is coming back down to the border here. What says the 50? If we'd score 50, the chances we had against Sheffield United at Wednesday and the chances we had against Cardiff. That's exactly what I'm talking about. About if we finish 50% more of our bloody chances, we wouldn't be
Yeah.
talking about these games. Like Rotherham, the reverse fixture. I know they parked the bus, but the chances we had, why are we not putting half of those in the net? We should be putting those in the net.
I just
That's the
found
thing
it
that's
was
annoying me.
I found it was maybe one extra pass too many, or somebody scared to take a shot. And then obviously that low block that everybody was talking about. Teams are sort of we're trying to break it down. We're seeing to mastered that now.
But you not
We
think,
seem we
yeah,
seem
the
to be getting
difference is
through.
putting Rotherham in the number 10.
Yeah,
His trickery. He's no Hernandez. I'm
yeah.
going to say that. Could you imagine us having a Hernandez now? Woo-hoo-hoo.
But,
But
but everybody was saying Rudder number 10, Rudder number 10. Whereas now it
I
seems
mean,
to
the only
be
one who was
because
saying
we've
no
got
was
Bamford.
Fark.
Bamford seems to want to press, and the team
Bamford does
presses
a lot
better, I think,
more of
with
it.
Bamford.
And he's not as slow as people make out. Bamford's fast.
No,
He looks
no,
goofy when he runs. He looks like a big lanky goof when he runs,
yeah.
but Christ, he's got pace behind him. He
Do
really
you not
does.
think
Like
bringing Bamford in, is that what I call the, sort of touch of class, bringing him back. So it
it
is
just lets
just at the right time.
Nanto do what Nanto does. Nanto got the assist for Somerville again, wasn't it?
Yeah.
There you go.
Uh,
He's just getting all these assists. He has to. Is he not top assist now?
Somerville,
No, on the
Somerville,
assist.
and Rudder is top assist
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm
10.
thinking.
Aye,
He has to
and
be.
Somerville stabbing.
But there you go. There's
So
the argument. In number 10 spot, he's now top assist for the league,
yeah,
whacking all
10
these balls.
assists.
He's fantastic. Rudder is different class, but is he going to make it in the
You know,
Premier League?
finds see when he has the ball, you just nobody's getting it off him.
He looks like he's messing up, doesn't he? He looks like he's falling, or it looks like he. I look at him going, "Did he mean to do that? Did he mean to do that?" Because
Yeah,
half the times it looks
aye.
like he's. I don't
There's
know if it's just luck. You know what I mean? It looks like he's making a mistake, but all of a sudden, then
yeah,
he's through and going. You're like, "What?
aye. There's
Just
there's a
take a wee
couple of
month."
there's a couple of times this season where the people, he's made people look absolutely stupid. So he has. The one against Watford, he just literally done the pirouette, and your boy slid in, didn't know where he was.
No, the one that he made the team look stupid was the. Do you remember the goal against Huddersfield where the two defenders were on the ball and they both had it and
Yes.
he just went
Oh
yoink,
yes.
and
Aye.
the two of them
Yes.
looked
And
at each
then
other and went, what happened?
see you watch at the end of the move, one of the defenders is standing with his hands on his head, like how the hell did that happen?
I just like, where did he come from? It was brilliant. I
You
loved it.
know, but
I loved it. But again, if we don't get promoted this year, they're all away.
oh, definitely, one hundred
100%.
percent.
This is
Somerville
definitely.
definitely. I think Rudder you might get an our season out of. She might, but the likes of Somerville definitely will be away, 100%. He's too good
So
for the championship.
thoughts on the second goal? We did obviously Bamford's handball, clear handball.
Yeah,
How he got
one
away with
hundred
that?
percent.
How he got away with that? But this is why I don't bring
Well,
in
no
VAR.
VAR.
But again, it comes round circles in roundabouts because was in the West Brom game we should have had a penalty.
Yeah.
Comes round in roundabouts. They handballed it. They didn't get away with it. That's why I like about the non VAR. Just let them play the football. It will even itself out over the season. I'm convinced
Oh,
of it,
definitely.
100%. But fair play. Do we give Firpo the assist?
Uh, I would say yes. Just give him it.
You're not fast at all, like, are
I
you?
think I
Of
think he's
course.
only. I why not? On the
Oh,
bit. I think it
100%.
did flag off the defender's leg, but
Aye, but again, if the ball hits, hold on, I dropped my pen.
yeah, if
But
he doesn't
if the
play it, it doesn't
ball,
go to Bamford.
but if he hits a shot and hits a deflection, as long as it's on target, it counts as a goal. So why not
Yeah,
with
it's
assists?
yeah,
Cross the ball in, there's a bit of
exactly.
deflection, it still counts as an assist, does it not? No.
Yeah, no, it's you get definitely give him the assist.
Of course, we
One
will
hundred
anyway.
percent.
We will. Um, regarding the third goal, obviously we were talking about that. Nanto decided, not Nanto, Rudder decided to be twinkle toes and slide it right through
Yeah.
to Somerville, who should have
Aye.
passed. Nah, straight in the back of that. I
No,
actually thought he had a heavy
not
touch. Thought it was a
not
heavy
when
touch.
you're on that. Not when you're on that scoring form. He's on,
Aye, it was
14,
good.
14 goals, like,
Is
but
that what he's on now? I thought it was 12. Is it 14?
yeah, 14.
Maybe I'm thinking
So
of just the Premier League. Is that all competitions then?
I
Never
think it's a
Premier League.
championship. So it is 14 goals.
He's doing all right, isn't he?
So
What do you reckon? What
yeah,
do you
and maybe
reckon?
it is. Maybe it is all competitions.
That doesn't really
But
matter.
with 3 people in our team on double figures for goals.
And with three or four people in our team on close to double figures in assists, Dan
Yeah.
James. What's Dan James on scores and assists?
It's just I'm trying to work
7
it
and
out.
7.
Somerville, yeah. Somerville is on 7.
And what's Dan James? 7 and 7. I think Dan James is 7 goals, 7
I
assists. Is
think
he?
I think he's level as well. So yes.
It's class. And there's
But
Firpo now going up the ladder slowly but surely. He's
yeah.
what on? He has to be on like 5 or 6 now, doesn't he?
I
He
think
got
so.
3 in a row, and then he
Yeah.
had that one, and he had the
I
one you and me went over to the Plymouth game, Plymouth Preston game. I'm all over the place tonight. When he
yeah.
crossed it in for Dan James, headed it. Hi, Dan James is the
Yes.
smallest guy in the world, and he got the head that I don't know, but
Aye.
listen, we'll take it. That was a great game. When I talk about we had to leave to get a bus and we missed the bloody penalty, yes, that's a story for a different time. Oh, third goal, penalty, no penalty, clear and obvious.
I think penalty. I think the referee made the right choice. I think Somerville was bundled over, wasn't
Do you hear the fans were
he? So he
chanting for
was.
Bamford to take it?
Well, was there not some sort of argument over it, or was that just a bit of mind games?
Put him, I don't know. See, when it comes to penalties, it's Piro's the penalty takers. Outside
Yeah.
that, give it
See,
to the
the
guy in
problem
form, give
is
it to the guy who can score. Okay, he missed one penalty, but he is scoring penalties at the minute.
the problem is Bamford missed like 4 or 5 in a row.
That
So
Stoke
what?
game is the one that killed
Yeah,
him. He missed the
the
penalty, they
Hull
went out
one
and scored. Huh?
was it? Oh, I was Stoke, but did he not miss one against Hull?
He did, but that
Yeah,
he did, but the Stoke one was the one where we dominated like
yeah,
90% possession. He came on straight away, penalty missed, they went up and scored straight away.
yeah. No, that was
That's
a
why
bad
I
night.
highlighted that as a really bad penalty. It's just the circumstances behind the way the penalty happened
Yeah,
is
it
what
started.
highlighted.
Was it the Arsenal game last year? It started, or was it?
Like you can't hit penalties, mate.
No, and then he missed
You can't
against
hit them.
Newcastle.
You can't hit them. No,
But
it was Rafinha was our penalty taker at the time. He
here
was the one
anyway.
who
Speaking of the penalties, what about Somerville's penalty?
he's brave, isn't he?
Well, I think when you're 2-0 up and you're sort of more or less home and dry,
No, but
you may as well try
that's
these
annoying me
things.
to drop that pen. But there's it. Haha, found it. But what's annoying me about that is 2-0's a dodgy score.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know, 3-0
you
is
get
it's done and dusted. 2-0 is it can still the other team
well
scores
two
one
0
goal.
Yeah, exactly. You sort of bite your fingers moment. So it is, but
Mhm.
you
But
know,
overall, perfect
uh,
performance. Do you think? Were you worried at all?
uh,
I tell you now, just me personally. Before I ask you, I definitely did not have any stress, worry whatsoever of them even getting close. Even when they had the ball, I was like, nah, nothing's going to happen here.
no, I don't think they're going to score. So I
I
didn't.
didn't think they were
Don't
going to
even
score. They
think that
had one
would they
shot.
have 2 shots, 1 or 2 shots in target, and both of them were at the end.
There you go. I
So
didn't. I didn't even think they had two. I could have swore they had one. Maybe I'm thinking of on target,
it
but
was Melee flick one around the post. I know that bottom corner,
hmm.
but apart
um,
from that,
we, if you're doing man of a match, right? Obviously, we're all going to say Somerville, but let's take him out of the equation because you have to make it interesting. Outside Somerville, who would you have give best performance to?
best performance. Oh, flip, that's a tricky one. There's so many standout players, like but
Why can't we go back to the start and give it to Kamara, the perfect game?
Well, I still don't understand how you got six. What was it, 6.4?
6.8 was it not? 6.8, yeah.
6.8. For
That's my argument. Like it's like turning around to you and going, "That is the greatest thing you've ever made, Aaron." But
yeah.
it could use work. So is it the
Well,
greatest thing or does it need work? You can't put the two of them in the same sentence.
I thought Rudder was good.
Rudder's always good though. See, I was
So
talking to you
that
last week about this when we had Rory on.
yeah,
We're expecting these to be good now though. You're
yeah.
expecting Ampadu, Rodon. You're expecting Rudder, Guru to be good. You're not expecting anything less now. So do you put them in as overperforming or now standard? Do you bring him in as
No,
this is the standard for users now? Anything less
I
and
would
it's garbage.
I would say standard.
So
So I would.
so so how can you give them man a match for doing the standard what they're expected to do? Because we know it's in every game.
Well, the argument would be, you've 11 players, on the pitch, and every single one
Mhm.
of them now should be standard. So who do you give it to?
Well, good point. Good point. We'll wrap it up there. Easy win against Rotherham. Your thoughts behind it is it was about 50-50 how good we were and how poor they were. They were poor.
Yeah.
Um, we got the man of match. We talked about that. Let's go on about tomorrow's game. Swansea, traveling halfway across the country. Nice, windy,
Uh,
rainy evening. Right it down at Wales. What's your thoughts?
the thoughts are an hour win, and I
I
think
think it's
maybe
standard. I
three.
think now we're going to be saying this another win, another win. I don't know if is this going to affect the crowd. You reckon?
Aye. Uh, I don't know. I just think tomorrow night it'll be an easy win for us. I think everybody will be turned up knowing we're going to win. Swansea
Any
have one win
changes
in
in the?
five.
You think any changes? Do you think Roberts will come in tomorrow?
Well, I think the only real change, and I'm not saying Art Gray hasn't done anything wrong, but I
He's
think Roberts
17.
for Gray. I think that'll be the
Yeah,
only change.
just to give him a
So
rest because he is playing well. Would you bring? Daniel Fark was saying Dan James is fit. Obviously, I don't think he's
Ronaldo,
going to start. I don't think he's going to start, to be honest, because obviously if he's just back from injury. But hypothetically speaking, both of them are fully fit. Who do you play?
I would stick Ronaldo.
Why?
So I would, because I think don't get me wrong, I would bring James on, but I think you don't change if the team's winning. You keep the same team.
I know, but
You do
what I'm trying to say to you is you're saying is don't fix a team, don't fix something that's not broke.
more or less, yes.
But
And
before
even
James
though
got injured,
James, well,
it
well,
wasn't broke.
that's that is football. If somebody gets injured and somebody else comes in and does well, you know, you have to sort of wait your turn to come back in.
But isn't it?
That's
Is
my
it not?
view. And
It's a good headache to have.
yeah, it is. It's a good competition for places. You know,
Yeah,
but
they're
my
talking. Go ahead. Sorry.
Dan James hasn't done anything wrong. It's just a case of the way football works. If somebody gets
Mm,
injured and somebody else comes in and the team just keeps winning, you
yeah.
know, 9 times out of 10 you keep the same team.
It's
So you
funny
do.
though because I remember having a chat with you at the start of the year when we were playing football. I was saying to you, Dan James is going to destroy it in the championship with his pace, even though he's had 2 bad years in the Premier League. Like he went to Fulham, and Fulham said, "Here, mate, keep that seat warm." They brought
uh,
William or Will.I.am or whatever the bloody hell you call him. They brought him in.
yeah.
That was James then straight to the bench. Um,
Uh,
the poor guy's never had a bloody chance. He loves that Leeds too as well. And the last
yeah.
year Leeds treated him like shit. You man order. Remember the whole Swansea debacle where he was hugging him and no, I'm so sorry and crying and
Yeah.
all, and then got him and went here, fuck off the Man U, will you? Or fuck off
Yeah.
the Fulham, will you? I'm like,
Aye.
why are you doing that? You cried and you fought for 2 years to get the guy. You finally got him. Now you saying see you later. Why sign him? Anyway, great
Yeah.
signing. I honestly do think I'm a massive fan of Danny. I always have been. I always just think that the poor kid needs to learn how to cross. And I do believe he's starting to get good because, as I
Well,
said,
if
he's
you
got
look
seven.
now, he's scoring with his head as well. He's one of the smallest players on the pitch.
Who was it
And
Bamford
he's
scored the header with? The first goal with the header. Remember he came back and he jumped, Bamford jumped about 9 foot and headed it in.
yeah.
That was Dan
Uh,
James who crossed that in. That was a perfect header. He's getting
uh,
good at the crosses.
yeah,
He's getting very good at crossing. And
yeah.
I think just having a good coach to believe in you, just to give him a hug and not a physical hug, like, you know what I mean? A manager to come in and go,
Well,
James,
if you ping that ball up the pitch, on the right hand side, he's gonna run and he's gonna beat their left back.
any left back,
So yes,
any
and
left.
the only problem is there's nobody gonna be sort of up with him. He's not quick.
Yeah,
You
no,
know what
I
I
agree.
mean? But
It's definitely good to have because I mean, like, there you go. You brought in a right back, and now you're having a debate about
yeah,
what right back do we play because they're both so good. Instead of, oh
yeah.
no, we've got two crap right backs. Who are we going to play? And then
Oh,
you've got Pascal coming back, and you've got all these defenders, and you're going to go, oh no, who are we going to play? Because they're all good.
yeah.
It, it's
Well,
it's it's a debate that I'm happy to have, and I'm glad I don't have to make a decision.
well, literally see the way the bench is this year compared to last year. Or the year before. You're actually looking at the bench now, going, "There's loads of players here that can make a difference here."
Yeah,
Whereas last season,
I'm still,
season before, you were looking, going, "Where are they?"
yeah, the
Even
kids,
the last time we got out of the championship, there
it was
was
kids.
the
We had some
bench was
lovely
just full
kids.
of full of youngsters.
Hmm. Um, it's a good debate to have. So tomorrow night, score prediction. What do you think?
3-1, just the same again, but only well, obviously away from home.
Fair enough. And do you think that's the only change then? Connor Roberts coming in is the only change.
I think so. I don't know. I think Farker maybe if he does throw Dan James in, then fair enough. But I just think he'll maybe look at James and go, right. We'll give you 20 minutes, half an hour. Towards the end. Depending on how the game goes.
Can you
But
see the thing I like about the right side with Connor Roberts? Connor Roberts is a proper right back. Not saying that Gray hasn't played well; he's played unreal. But Dan James also is a workhorse. I don't see much going up and down the right for Leeds for the rest of the season. We've got a proper right back who can defend, who can run, who can pass, who can shout, who can do everything. And you've got Dan James, who's the fastest guy in the championship, who can defend, who can run, who can pass, who will just keep going. He's an engine. And you've got that up and down the right for the rest of the season. That's scary.
yeah,
It really is. You're talking about Furbo at the left. Furbo going forward is fantastic, but when he goes forward on his runs, you pointed out, every Leeds fan points this out, that then you worry about right back going, shit, the defending. Oh, Christ, he can't defend for shit. If we lose this ball, we need players to come and cover the position. Great. Out the right, who gives a shit? We've got James and Roberts can just mix and match up and down that wing all day long to our content.
yeah.
Do you not
It's
agree?
a
Or
nice
would
problem
you
to have.
blend? Yeah. And again, keep having Rutter in that number 10 spot. Never take him out of number 10 for the rest of his career. Just keep him there. Let him have that free role. We love him. I think 4-1 tomorrow night.
4-1.
Aye.
Uh,
And
what?
I'm going to be bold. Obviously, this is recorded. I'm going to be bold. I'm going to say Patrick Bamford hat trick. I really
Well,
do.
he's due a hat trick, isn't he? When was his last hat trick?
Aston Villa.
Yes.
That was a good. That was a good. That was a good hat
Aston Villa away.
trick
So
too. So we got the Rotherham game out of the road. We've had a chat about Swansea. We're both on the same. I think we're all going to be in the same boat, no matter who's watching this or what their opinions are. Again, I'm never expecting a win. I would hope for a win, and so let me rephrase that. I expect wins, but I'm never always 100% with wins because in the championship, anything can happen. It just takes one bad night or one bad sleep and one bad pass, and mistakes happen. We're not going to go the rest of the season unbeaten. I just don't. And on that, Southampton, 20, 23, 24 games now unbeaten. Let's have a
yep.
chat about Southampton. Just a quick one. Their game at the weekend. Did you get a chance to see the highlights, watch the game, hear anything at
Uh,
all?
Seen a bit of it, so that but from what I seen the whole way, it was Huddersfield leading, Southampton coming back, Huddersfield leading, Southampton coming back, and then Southampton just pulled away.
Because Huddersfield are garbage and they're run out of steam. But
Yeah.
the argument of
And
the matter is, and my
Southampton were
thoughts
at home
behind
as
it is,
well.
and Southampton are home. Huddersfield, no, again, actually, yes, disrespect for Huddersfield, rivals, crap. They're garbage. And they're scoring 3 at home at Southampton, or 3 against
Yeah.
Southampton at home.
Yeah.
This isn't me kind of going, I hope Southampton get beat. This is me being, there's no way they can go 24 unbeaten and now go the rest of the season unbeaten. It ain't going to happen. It can happen. I'll be shocked. I'll eat my own words. They can't go the rest of the season unbeaten, can they?
No. They've a couple of games coming up, right? Away from home. You're looking at West Brom away, where, something can happen there. You're looking at Ipswich away. You're looking at Leeds away in the last day of the season, and you're looking at Leicester away as well. Plus, they've to play most of the top half of the table in the next lot of matches. So,
Right.
although it looks
Put it
good
this
on
way.
paper at the minute,
Let me ask you a couple of questions, right? Because we're talking about Ipswich who have fallen off a cliff, right? Let's be honest. We were all sitting there going, we all need to catch. Every one of us is going, we need to catch Ipswich. And now Ipswich have a game in hand. And even if they win that game in hand, we're still ahead by goal difference. Again,
they
coming down to
can't overtake us.
No, they can't overtake us. That's me coming down to, could you how much would we be better off?
There's something like there's a
50%?
14-goal swing needs to happen.
Right? So
there
my
is.
argument is, I want your prediction, honest opinion here, right? Try to not to be biased, just big picture. We're talking about Southampton. They have to play Ipswich. Will Southampton beat Ipswich? Win, lose, or draw for Southampton?
Draw.
Right. They have to play Leicester. Will Southampton beat Leicester?
I think Leicester will beat them.
Right, so that's a loss. They have to play us at the last day of the season. Will we beat them?
I think we'll win.
And they play West Brom here. Will they beat West
Brom's
Brom?
Draw.
Right. Out of those 4 games up at the top of the league, you've got them down for 2 points.
Yeah.
Right?
2 points.
We have to play Leicester, right?
Yeah. At home.
Will we beat Leicester?
At home, yes. Our home form.
You're quick for that. You're like, yes, drop the mic.
100%.
Let me just
and
check.
And then with Southampton at home as well. You see, if you've games at home, you're almost at an advantage already.
So, this is the games we have, right? This is I'll ask you, and I want you to be honest. You're not a Leeds fan for the next 30 seconds, right? You're a football fan who likes the championship. Leeds versus Swansea. What's the score?
3-1.
So Leeds win.
Yeah.
Then we're away to Plymouth. Win, lose, or draw?
Win.
Right.
We've already beaten them 3 times already.
And then we are home against Leicester. So you said
win.
And then we are away to Huddersfield.
Another win.
Right. And then we're home to Stoke.
Stoke, a win.
Jesus. And then we're away to Sheffield Wednesday.
That's going to be a tough one. I know Sheffield Wednesday are bottom of the league, and the way we're playing at the minute, but going to Hillsborough, it's going to be tough. I'm hoping we'll win, but
don't be biased.
Looking at them games, draw.
Right, okay. And then we have Millwall at home.
Or win.
And then we've Watford away.
Win.
And then we've Hull at home.
Win.
And then we've Coventry away. That's going to be tough.
Coventry away. I think we'll win.
Right, okay. And then home to Sunderland. We owe them, to be honest.
Home to Sunderland? Yeah. Win.
Right, okay. And then away to Blackburn.
Oh, we've already played Blackburn away.
A home to Blackburn?
Yeah. That's a win.
Jesus. And then away to Middlesbrough.
Middlesbrough away. Flip, that's another dodgy one. Maybe a draw.
Okay, and then
That
we
is going to be
have
that's going to be a tough one. Like,
and then QPR,
oh, that's a win.
and then Southampton at the end.
And then a W, green W, and then hopefully a P at the end of it.
So you're saying 42 points for now to the end of the season, roughly. And you know what's
Uh,
funny? You haven't given us one loss for now to the end of the season. So the reason I brought that up, is out of the top teams, bar Southampton and Leicester, even though you said we're going to win, we have the easiest run.
yeah. But here, the easiest run means nothing. You know,
Absolutely, absolutely. But
like
we're speaking here hypothetically.
I've seen promotion races where the team with the hardest runs ended up going up.
Mm-hmm.
You
That's
know,
true. That's
sometimes
true.
the psychological, you know,
Yeah,
the likes of Sheffield
because
United came from nowhere.
look, we have Southampton have Bristol away. That's not easy game.
Yeah.
Like every time we play Bristol, it's a
Well,
close 1-0.
I highlighted 4 games for Southampton there where I think they're going to struggle. Away to West Brom, away to Leicester, away to Ipswich, and away to Leeds. And they're all away, not home. You
Yeah,
know,
I'm just looking.
if you're looking, you'd rather be at home, playing your matches at home.
They're also
They have
away to
4.
Blackburn.
Yeah. Well, I think they'll beat Blackburn away. But I'm saying the 4
Blackburn.
that I've highlighted.
Yeah. Do you think Blackburn are a bad side? Holy
Uh,
shit, they are.
they're
Forget
in.
that. I thought they were better than they were. They're 17th.
Yeah, they're inconsistent. Sure, the manager walked the other day, so he did. I
Yeah,
think over the whole ownership thing.
yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. No, I got it in the back of my head that Blackburn were still up there. I know the other clubs were. I thought they were literally just round about South Sunderland Hull, but they're not. I didn't realize they fell off that much. Really, really didn't. We need to be beating Stoke. That's the one we need revenge on. Stoke is the one. It's going
Well,
to be
that
interesting
was
though. I generally do think Southampton are going to have 2 defeats here in a row against Bristol City and West Brom. I
I
honestly think that
I
I'm
think
sticking to
West
my
Brom.
guns. I've said it to you for weeks that they're due a defeat, and it was fucking sorry. I shouldn't have sworn. They were close at the weekend. They were 2-0 down to Huddersfield. They were 2-0 down. Okay, people will come on and go, but they battled back. That's the side of the true champion. Huddersfield, they shouldn't have been 2-0 down to Huddersfield at home. Period.
Well, if you look at how the run started with a win against Leeds way back in September.
I know.
And see on the back of that there, or sorry, before it, it's something like 4 or 5 defeats in a row. So the manager was close to
He
losing
needed
his
to.
job. Wins against Leeds, and then goes on this 23 match unbeaten run.
Yeah, but he was. There was all talks if they got beat by Leeds, he'd be out the door. There were big talks about
Yeah,
that.
yeah. It just shows
Nah,
you how quick the dynamic can change.
that's it. That's it. But
So it does.
so we're hoping a good weekend for Leeds then.
Well, tomorrow night Swansea, and then I think it's Plymouth in it on Saturday.
Yeah,
So
that's
there's so
will they stay down there though?
there's a lot of travelling to do. Like I would
But
say so.
no, will they not just stay down there?
I would say so.
Because
And
it's
then
the space of what 3 days. When are we playing them? Saturday or Sunday? Are we playing them?
Saturday.
Yeah,
So
it's
it's Tuesday,
finish
Tuesday,
the game
Saturday.
off on Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
See the thing about it is see the teams that are sort of low down in the league. If you've a lot of traveling to do, and you know what I mean, these are the sort of games that can just jump out at you. So they can. But I'm confident we'll get 6 points.
Yeah, but I'm as a Leeds fan, we're sitting here and this is as high we've all been in since the Bielsa days. There is a stat I want to show you this stat as well just before we go. See if I can find the picture here. It freaked me out. Let me see if I can find it. Might not be able to find it. Give me a second. See if I can find it here. Bet you I can't find it. I'll find it. Don't you worry about that. How long? Sorry for keeping you. Might not be able to find it. Give me a second. I think I'm going to find it. It was basically this point last year, to exactly the amount of games we played versus the year we got promoted, even. And we were 4 points behind, wasn't it?
With more points this year than we did that year.
Yeah, but the problem is we were only then 2 points behind West Brom. But the fact that Leicester, Southampton, not so much Ipswich now, they're just having a
setting a
freak.
relentless pace.
It just shows you Leicester realistically, Southampton realistically, and Leeds realistically are mid table, mid to low table Premier League squads. Because you look at that Premier League now, they're weak. Sheffield United, garbage. Burnley, garbage. Luton are doing really well, but they're not. Again, I don't want to disrespect them because they're doing very well, but on paper, you look at them and you go, why are they in the Premier League? Everton, garbage. Crystal
There's too many
Palace,
bad teams.
garbage. I mean, we'd be beaten. There's 5 teams that we'd be we're better than. I personally think we're better than Crystal Palace. I would put us in the line of Wolves, Bournemouth. Wolves, Bournemouth, Fulham. I think that's the kind of club Leeds is at the moment.
If we do get promoted, which I do think we will, we need to be targeting that sort of 15th to sort of 12th spot first year,
Yeah.
and then go from there.
I don't know. The 49ers, are they not going to invest? That's why they're not doing these big contracts. Did they
Yeah,
not
but if you
already
look
come
at
out
all
and
the
say,
teams, if you look at all the teams at the top end, the likes of Brentford have tailed off, but the likes of Brentford and Brighton and teams like that, they were sort of finishing sort of 15th, 10th, and then now they're sort of pushing their way up the league. The likes of Brighton, are sitting Europa League, sort of, they'd be looking at maybe being a Europa League club. That should be the aim for us.
yeah, the
But
aim is not to go
as I
back
said,
down, get financially
well,
stable and compete.
they need they need to get the stadium sorted out, get it all done up as well. And we do finally get back up because there's talk of this for the last 10 years, the redevelopment.
Yeah, but we've
So
never
it
had
has,
an owner that put his money where his mouth is, have we?
yeah.
No, that's the way I
But I
look at it.
mean, at the minute, getting out of the championship, and then targeting, as I said, sort of 15th to 10th in the Premier League,
Yeah,
taking it from there.
taking it from there. That's it. That's it. So before we end up, because we're coming up to an hour here, we try to keep it around the hour mark. I think we only says we'll come on for a quick 15 minutes, didn't we? To be honest,
never works.
never works. Have you anything else to add? Anything else you want to kind of get across here before?
I'm just thinking, sort of hoping for a big win tomorrow night, and then really push on, and hopefully Southampton can,
Fall
do
down and die
themselves
or
or do
something?
us a favour.
See, when you
Bristol
say a
City
big
can do
win,
us a favour.
do you think it's in the? Do you think it's in the wins? Do you think it's in the? Do you think we're just sitting waiting for one big massive demolition of a team? Like, because the chances we're having, do you think one game we're just going to come out and score the 8-9 goals? Maybe not that much, but you get the point across. Like, do you think maybe we're going to get to the point where it's going to click and every shot we do have goes in, and we are going to batter, hopefully Stoke, and just batter a team like 6-0?
I think probably maybe 5 is probably our. I just think sometimes we get towards the goal. We make an extra pass. Somebody doesn't pull the trigger. Somebody does a wee step over. Do you know what I mean? And then the likes of Rudder, he just loves just toying with the
And do
toying
you know
with the
what's funny?
opposition.
On paper, we're fast as well. Like
Yeah,
Dan James, well, probably somebody out there will tell me I'm wrong or argue the case, but Dan James, in my eyes, is the fastest guy in the championship. Easy, right?
no, 100%.
Somerville, Not the fastest in a sprint, but when the ball's at his feet, he's the fastest with the ball at his feet.
The thing with Somerville as well is, like, if you look at that especially that Bristol City game, look how many times he nipped it off the defender.
Because
Just
he does it
straight
himself.
away,
Yeah, but the
just got it.
speed,
Now
you've got
he was
Rudder
away.
fast, Nanto fast. And you know what's funny? I was saying at the start of the screen, Bamford, he's fast for who he is and what he is. And even Rodon's fucking quick.
Yeah.
Rodon's
What I
very
like about
fast.
Rodon, what I like about Rodon is he can step into he's not afraid to step up, step into the middle. Make a sort of killer ball.
You need to
Out
sign him.
wide or towards Rudder. But I think we're quick at sort of the turning over play. As soon as the
Yeah,
ball goes back to the defense, straight away, bang, we're on the attack. If you look at
yeah.
that, see that Leicester game, you look at Leicester going at us and then we turn play over. We went straight back at them.
That
Even
was Rudder's goal
Don
too.
Goodwin, he was getting excited. So he was,
That was Rudder's
but
goal.
that was a
And
big
there was
win. That was
Melié's save at the last minute. Melié done that wonder
yeah,
save at the end.
that was a statement win. So it was, because I think that sort of made Ipswich think, flip, these boys aren't going away here. I think they were up with the 10 points clear at the time, or 12 was it?
No, there were
And
12.
their
No,
fans were starting to
14. Because as
or
if we lost,
14
there were
was it?
17 clear. If they won,
No,
there
I'm
were
talking about
17 clear.
I'm talking about Ipswich. Ipswich were
No, I was
watching that
talking
game
about when
going, flip.
we beat Leicester. If Leicester beat us,
Yeah,
there were 17 clear.
aye. But then that gap opened up again. Not obviously not to that extent, but we've sort of pulled it back. But I think Leicester, you probably more or less agree. Leicester are sort of, one of them places is gone. I don't see
But
us. You know,
but let's put it. Let's. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
I
There's no
don't I
even
don't see
arguing about
Leicester
that.
dropping out.
You
So I
never
don't.
know.
You
You
know.
never know. Never know. You never know.
I think I looked at the odds. I think it was like 33-1 or something for Leicester to finish in the playoff places. 33-1.
No, 1 to
It's
33.
or no 33-1. So if
Oh,
you if you
right.
put
I got you.
uh,
Gotcha.
yeah,
Yeah.
to finish in the playoff places. So
It's worth a fiver.
that's literally I honestly can't say it. They're on course to get
Fair
100
enough.
points.
Fair enough.
So they
Right.
are.
We'll wrap it up there then. What we'll do is we will be on again, folks. We'll try and get on through the week. I'm thinking maybe Wednesday night. Or that was
Why
a
not?
question.
Why not?
Why not?
We
We'll figure
get
something
on
out.
Wednesday night. Hopefully we're talking about Leeds win. Away from home. Hopefully.
Definitely. And what we're going to do for next Friday, we're going to try and get on Friday again. We'll try and get a special guest on. And have a chat with another fan and see what we can do. But listen, if you just want to come on the chat, I really do want loads and loads of fans out there. I want all types of fans just to know your club. I couldn't care less if you're in the 15th tier of football. I don't care. Love to get you on. Love to have a discussion about your club. Get your thoughts out. You can email us. It's we got this football talks at gmail.com. It is in the description below. Email us. We'll get you on. We'll even do a pre-chat on this here without going live and see what you think. Just to get your thoughts on your club. Every Friday, I'll love to get a fan on every Friday and just have a chat. Again, it's not always going to be guaranteed. It won't be always guaranteed, but we'll try our best to stick to what we've got or what we want to do. And then maybe in a month's time, we'll start on with the nostalgia. We'll get the
Yeah.
years. We'll get that up
Aye.
and running. As of now, because it's so soon, we're just trying to build a bit of a platform here.
We're trying to build the platform up and hopefully get a few
yeah.
more people involved.
That's it. Yeah. Well, as of now, we're just kind of getting the cobwebs out of starting a new podcast. I'm not saying we're the best YouTubers or podcasts in the world. This is something that we've never done before. I've always wanted to do it. Again, over time, we'll get better, and over time, we'll have more to talk about. This is kind of just to get us in, start us off. Get used to the cameras, get used to chatting away. Absolutely, I can't wait to get it. I am committed. We'll commit to it, and we'll just keep going. One of the ones what we'll do is maybe even Aaron, sometimes if you got something to say, you can come on and have a wee chat. to yourself and see if
Yep.
people come on. Maybe I'll jump on and have a wee chat with myself. Maybe I'll get somebody on without Aaron. Maybe Aaron, you'll get somebody on without me. There's loads of opportunities here to kind of just keep building the channel. But the most important thing I want people to come on with is a good debate, a good chat. And we'll take it from there. And hopefully as well down the line when we do start getting a bit of numbers built up, I'm going to try and get a fan zone thing on where we'll pick a big game on a Saturday and get a fan from each club to come on and have a chat about the Saturday game. And I will just mix the shit out of it. But again, there's going to be no there's going to be no anger in it. It's just a chat and a debate, wind people up, talk about the game, get them on, have a chat. And if it goes well, maybe we'll get them back on after the match for their after-match thoughts, pre-match, after-match, post-match, after-match. Loads of options, loads of ideas, but we'll do that. We'll do that going forward. As of now, aren't anything else to add?
Not really. As I said, just hopefully we get the win tomorrow night, and hopefully Southampton slip up and we go in the second place.
Most important.
That's basically it.
Most important thing, yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, what we'll do, we'll get on Wednesday and we'll discuss it. Yeah, we'll get on Wednesday and we'll have a wee chat about it and see how it goes, But as of now, absolutely fantastic. If you're watching us live, if you're not watching us live, if you're watching it later on, still send a comment. We will read them. The comments are still going to be open there. Chat. Get your thoughts in. Email us, even if you have a thought. Again, emails in the description. Email us what you think of the show. Email what you want to see. Email ideas. We don't care. Bring it on. We're up for it, As of now, have a good evening, folks, and we'll talk soon.